Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Encore. Now we can sit and talk for a bit and give people time to log back in, and I can ask you some questions.
Here you go.
All right.
You want to put it back?
Yep. Okay, my first question to you, Glenn, is the new album. When does it come out, and where can people find the new album?
Yeah, GurRecords.com. Gur is with 3 R's, G-R-R-R, and the 4th R is records, right? So G-R-R-R and one more R, Eckers. GurRecords.com. And it's called Long Way From My Home. That's actually the title track of it. There's even an Elvis song on there I dedicate to my girl. Had I had time to play with the wah-wah pedal, it's got to be with the wah-wah, right? That's the way I did it. And yeah, all shook up, right? So
nice,
which I still am.
Nice.
I still am, I guarantee you.
Now I saw the album cover art for it, and it is a cigar box on the cover.
My head is full of them because you know it's like you go down the road, you see hubcaps, and you go, can I pull over without killing myself and other people and get that hubcap and make a guitar, stick a dowel rod in it or anything, you know what I mean, a broom handle.
Yeah.
And it's just that way.
Oh, sweet, sweet.
I got a back scratcher over here. I just didn't plug it in tonight. Diddly bow, but I have to go back to the Altoids for this
Now,
one.
it's June 1st. Drop date for the album is June 1st. Is that correct? It's not? You have the album here tonight.
We actually have CDs.
So for
of the
people
album.
here in the audience, if you're watching online, y'all are missing out because you could be listening to it right now.
So anyway, some of these songs are on the project that you've heard us do, but
and it'll be, is it iTunes and all those other places too, or is it just for Gur Records?
I believe it will be or should be, but I don't keep up with all that. The truth of the matter is, I don't keep track.
Well, being that I help run Cigar Box Nation and this, I am going to be posting updates in the next week or so, and you're going to know where to buy it, what it's about, and everybody needs to get the new Glenn Kaiser album.
Well, thank you.
I mean, the Cigar Box Guitar Revolution loves you.
Well, I've got 10 of the 12 songs. The last 2 are straight acoustic, 6-string, but the 10 of those songs are Cigar Box Guitar Diddly Bow songs. And to me, again, it's got to be the heart and the feel and the song itself has to be, but it also is a performance. And for me, if you're not inspired, it just becomes raw technique, which the truth is I'm not all that interested. If you want to just blow out, my teeth are crooked. I'm still fat, though I've lost a lot of weight recently here. I'm doing the whole low carb thing, right, and working out every day. But I mean, it's just life isn't like that. It's not perfect. It's not pristine. I mean, where I live on Wilson Avenue in Chicago, people have 9mm and they can't shoot straight, and it's a train wreck. It's a mess, right? And that's where I live. So what did you expect? I mean, and of course, are we going to play anywhere? Yeah, we're going to be at Pub on the Trail tomorrow.
Yeah, we added a second show. So if you're in York, Pennsylvania, tomorrow night, Friday night, the Pub on the Trail, Susquehanna Trail in York. We are going to be performing, the two of us again, from 8 to 11 p.m. And you're like Sun House, man. You're playing bars, man. I mean, you're a preacher, but you're playing the bars for the people too.
I mean, the bottom line is I don't really care. I mean, when we get back, I should also mention that, Saturday night, I'm with a bass player and a drummer, and I pull out the Strat. And I'll do some Cigar Box guitar and probably pull out the diddly bow, maybe the back scratcher up there. That's you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. But how about can you play one? So I can't help myself. I got a fishing pole at home, by the way. I made one out of a fishing rod.
Oh, bitch, you're going fishing all of the time.
Anyway, so that's going to be in Lancaster. I'm sorry. You just go to glennkaiser.com or GurRecords.com and you can find out the name of the pub up in Lancaster. But the Row House is putting it on, and that's going to be a straight-up blues party. That's on Saturday night, and that's electrified for the most part. Not all, but for the most part. So we'll be doing some of the stuff I do with GKB normally and jam-ups and stuff. That'll be the ear-ringing moment, of the tour.
And then you're playing Matt and Carol's church on Sunday morning, aren't you?
Yeah, the Mount Joy. It's a New Path.
New Path Community Church.
Actually, I'm doing a couple of songs and bringing a little message for Memorial Day about remember.
Nice.
That's all I'll say. From there, we go to West Virginia and doing some stuff at the Bridge. A smoking blues player, buddy of mine. Eddie Day is just a killer blues and somewhat countrified guitarist. He's got all that stuff. And we're going to do some sets and do some recording together. And then I'm down in Lewisburg and then over to Ohio in Mansfield. It goes, you can see my tour schedule at glennkaiser.com. Or, you know, yes, ma'am. Excuse me, Wendy's, my dear is talking to me. Excuse me.
You're going to be Saturday.
Yeah. What's the name of the pub in Lancaster?
It is the Rabbit and the Dragonfly.
The Rabbit and Dragonfly in Lancaster.
Yes, in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
In Lancaster,
from
PA.
7 to 9:30.
From 7 to 9:30.
And then tomorrow.
And tomorrow, Pub on the Trail.
With Shane Speal.
With Shane Speal, yep.
To 11 p.m.
6 to 11 p.m.
Right here in New York.
So, mein Bruder und Schwestern aus Österreich und Deutschland, Pennsylvania. Sorry. Nicht for du. We just can't do it for everybody, but there you go.
Sweet.
Well, anyway, here's one for you.
Give us some diddly bow.
Won't need that at this. While I'm at it, I'll give you a little lesson. Sweet vibrato separates the men and women from the boys and the girls, and it's a whole lot easier to do with the slide. And how I started playing was there's a guy in Australia named Dave Hole, and he actually did an album called Over the Top. The only way he ever plays is like this. That's how I learned. And sweet vibrato, whether you're using your fingers on an electric or an acoustic, to really get it. Now, he's got a whammy bar on one of his. Maybe Shane will bring out his guitar with a whammy on it. CB Giddy's starting to do those, which is pretty amazing. But when you play slide, it's all about moving over the pitch. And check it out. Amazing grace. Yeah. Right? The soul, the feeling is in the movement. And blues especially, and slide playing, you can get a sweet vibrato quicker than you can any other way without pain on the fingers, no calluses needed, you know, you don't press the thing down. You want the string off the neck for the strings. Yeah. So, I think people that don't even like blues, that don't listen to blues, that don't care about blues, are drawn into that form of music. And I'll tell you what, because it's the most human form, because all the solo, harmonica, sax, piano, as best as they can pull it off, slide guitar, cigar box guitars, vibrato. Because it imitates the human voice. And people are sick and tired often. I mean, I actually dig electronica. I'm all over the map. I'm very eclectic as a listener. I could probably do one of those bands, to be honest with you, except I'm not much of a keyboardist. But it's one of those things that it's the soul and the feeling and the emotion and the passion. And so for me, that's, I think, a big reason why slide guitar, way back when I was young, and then picking it up again in Res Band a little later, Child of the Blues, and some of those songs. And then, of course, digging into the early history of blues, and then finally diddly bows and cigar box guitar. Anyway, so here's another one off the new project. Got some good news everywhere I go. But there's plenty bad news everywhere I go. Think you got over it blows where you just don't know. I hear the wind blowing, trouble banging on your door. Get ready for some fun. Shout out to Eddie One String Willie, another hero of ours, changing my. There's a harmonic in there. I can't quite get it tonight. Thank you. News for the blues. News for the blues.
You gave a shout out to One String Willie in there.
There you go.
I didn't tell you, but he may show up tomorrow night at our gig.
Oh, dude, I hope so.
He may be driving in from Philadelphia to come see us, and you know we got to pull him on stage.
Willie, if you're on, bring at least the 2x4.
Yes.
What an inspiration he is. What a trip.
So we got about 20 minutes left. What you want to do here?
You got a favorite song that you haven't cranked out yet?
Yeah, I do.
Trust
In the
me,
key
it
of C,
See, it is.
it is my medley of field hollers and slave chants that I do that I call holler.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Right.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll hear it in here now. A lot of people, you know, one of the songs in the medley, you'll recognize it immediately. Let me get a pick.
I got an extra credit card I don't use.
The one song that you'll recognize in here is Black Betty. And Black Betty was not originally a rock song in the 1970s by Ram Jam. Black Betty was first recorded by Leadbelly, but the song dates even before that. Black Betty comes straight from prisons and even slavery times.
That's where I got it on my Android phone.
Yeah, there's a couple different things. Some people say Black Betty was when they were building the levee camps in New Orleans. The cart that the horse would bring up with the dirt was black, and they would call the cart Black Betty, and they would curse it because they hated seeing that cart show up. Other people say Black Betty was the boss man in the prison rode a black horse, and so they couldn't curse him, so they would curse the horse. But then I just recently heard Black Betty was also a black whip that was in one of the prisons. So when they were out in the field, they could not curse the boss to his face, but they would come up with codes. And so Black Betty was one of them. And so that's part of this. But all the lyrics here are from old field hollers, slave chants, and I just put it into one, rockin' medley called Holler. And it's in key of C, it go like this. more time to take it. We don't like it. need that. Yeah, oh, time up. Oh, time, check it out. Don't you worry about getting home. Joe got your girl gone. Don't you worry about getting back. Said Jody, drive your Cadillac. Don't you worry about getting home. Jody's got your girl gone. Don't you worry about getting back. Jody, drive your Cadillac. Back on the street car line, I'm broke, I got choked in it all in the
Shane Speal, y'all. Shane Speal, my goodness.
Lord, that felt good.
Baseball. What's
Yes.
next, Shane? What are we being inspired by? What did you tell me earlier?
I'm one of the songs I'm working on is about the great Satchel Paige, who was probably the greatest pitcher in baseball history. But unfortunately, he played in the Negro Leagues before they would let him in. They finally let him in when he was in his 40s, and he was still striking them out. So Satchel Paige is kind of one of my passions right now, and I want to do something like that. I gotta get a new album out, is all I'm saying too. So
Again, inspiration.
inspiration everywhere. Don't just do the same old blues stuff. I mean, with Holler, that was my last album, and peppered throughout the whole album was these field hollers and slave chants, because I felt like they were the grandfather of the blues and the great-great-grandfather of hip-hop. And it is people just yelling back and forth in the fields, getting this rhythm going. And I love, one of the things I read about them working in the fields, you know, these are, if they weren't slaves, they were slaves in a modern time because they were imprisoned for
sharecroppers.
Yeah, stupid things. And but if they worked out in the field, and the boss man said, if he heard them singing their songs, he knew everything was all right. What he didn't know was the more they sang their songs, the slower they worked, and the less they did. They could get it one over on the boss man by singing a little more, and just slapping the whip on the, just doing it without letting him know. And I love that. It's the whole, almost the Brer Rabbit theology of living life, getting one over on the boss man.
The problem is that there's still a lot of injustice in the world. I have to tell you, for about 3.5 years, I quit listening to white music. This is, way before I began to follow Jesus. I mean, it just, I got tired of hearing stuff that it didn't sound honest. And when some dude sang "My Baby Left Me," and I could hear the sweat hitting his wingtips, you know what I'm saying? Live gigs and stuff were just like, whoa, there's so much passion and genuineness. It just blew me away. And I mean, to me, again, that's what it's about. And unfortunately, for too many of what I was hearing at that time, it sounded more like, well, it sounded like cash registers is going off, and like everything had cellophane over it. I mean, it's like plastic stuff. Look, question. I'm digging through for a lyric here because I did this back a long time ago as a kid, and so I'm digging through a lyric. But how much time do we have?
We got about, the clock at all says 5 minutes, but being that we restarted this camera, what do you people online, what do you people think here if we go over 5-10 minutes, something like that?
Are you okay?
Sound good to you? Y'all fine?
You okay with
Y'all fine if we break the rules a little?
Well, I could have done a couple of things, but maybe we should give this one a shot. And let's go to the F.
Okay. Make sure I'm in tune.
There you go. Get the whammy.
You're not an F anymore. You went way down to C.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Let's swap over to that guitar.
Okay. Is that G? I think that was G, isn't it?
You're right. And G will work too.
Okay. I got it. Got your back. Yeah. St. Blues Guitars out of Memphis, thank you for this one. This is a gorgeous cigar box guitar. Quite honestly, they're making some of the most top-notch cigar box guitars out there. St. Blues out of Memphis.
Did a project recently called Homes for Heroes, and it's like 6 songs. It's a little compilation, and I didn't write them all, but I sang on several of them and played guitar on several of them, and cigar bass guitar,
Nice.
dobro, 6-string dobro, played a little harp, a little harmonica, and sang some. And a guy named Jeb Brewer put that together. It's really a benefit project. We do have, by the way, some Homes for Heroes CDs. Yes, it's come to this. Wow, cool. I thought there was like fog in here tonight, Jim. What's going on? I wanted to get it right. Gary Menser. Now, this guitar Gary Menser made, and just
Gary Menser.
It just
You
showed
do
up today.
beautiful work.
He's in, doesn't he? And
It's Broken
Gee,
Heart.
Shane, Broken Heart Guitars,
Broken Heart
right?
Guitars.
Out of Ohio. Gary, thank you, my man. This is killing. I love it. Gee, Shane, where did those? It really is an info.
those
I
are
don't have to
some
do this.
Shane Speal signature tuners from CB Kitty.
Gary said, make sure that you tell him, and so I'm telling y'all too, that everybody who gets a guitar from Gary, one of his cool builds, he only uses Shane Speal's signature.
Yeah,
tuners
boy!
from CB Kitty. Hi Ben, how's it going out there? How we doing on the tuning?
We're good.
So this song is on the new project, and, well, not the new project, A Long Way From My Home, but on Homes for Heroes. All the proceeds, you can download the songs individually, the whole project, or tonight if you pick one up here, donation, whatever you want to give, just something. All that money that the Bridge Chicago put this compilation together, these 6 songs, all the loot goes directly to our shelter. And we see a lot of homeless people, a lot of vets. You'd be surprised how many veterans end up in jail or prison or in other shelters throughout the world. soldier in the army of the Lord. I am a soldier. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier. Till I die, I'm gonna fight till I die in the army of my Lord. I'm gonna fight till I die. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier. Always better when you got the right key. So from Glenn Kaiser, Shane Speal, our friends at CB Giddy, that's cbgiddy.com. See us up on, what's the name of that website we've all been going to for years and years?
Cigarboxnation.com.
Cigarboxnation.com. I'm up there about 3 or 4 times a day checking out all the cool stuff. Jim Lewin here at York Emporium. Give it up, you guys, for hosting this set tonight.
Glenn Kaiser, everyone.
Thank you so much for turning out.
Check them out at GlennKaiser.com. 2 N's in Glenn. GlennKaiser.com. New album coming out June 1st. Hey, we got a second show we're doing tomorrow night. If you're in the York area, York, Pennsylvania, the place is called the Pub on the Trail, Susquehanna Trail in York, PA. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cigar Box Nation Television.
And ShaneSpeal.com as well, by the way.
Thank you.
Amazing information. He's got a boatload of vids as well, free instructional stuff that is absolutely killer on 3, 2, 1 stringer, daily,
Yeah.
4 strings, the whole 9 yards, tunings, more than you'll ever want to know. Not me. I love it. It's great. So thanks so much for tuning in, and thanks y'all for coming out to York Emporium tonight. Thank
Look
you
at
so
the love.
much.
Look at the love we got online. Look at all those hearts. Thank you, too. Thank you all.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
And
guys,
girls.
for coming. Love you all. See you soon. Pennsylvania Cigar Box Guitar Fest, August 27th, here at the York Emporium Bookstore in downtown York. See y'all. Love you. Hey, my wife is on there. Hi, honey. See you soon. Bye-bye.
That's all, folks.